Today we are going to learn how to change a tire in an emergency situation. So the first thing that you want to make sure that you do is pull over to a safe location. You also want to make sure that the location is flat and level, away from traffic. Then proceed to turn on your hazard lights and apply your parking brake. This is very important. Also, if you have them, place cones around the vehicle. Cones are a safety tool used to warn oncoming traffic and to keep you safe. Also, you want to place a tire block behind the wheel. A tire block is placed behind the wheel to keep it from rolling or moving while you're changing the tire. Then you want to gather your tools. Locate your spare tire, which is usually in the trunk of your car. You also want to find your jack, a lug wrench, and any other necessary tools, like perhaps a hubcap removal tool. A jack is a device that's used for raising the axis of a vehicle off the ground so that the tire can be changed or the underneath of the car worked on. A tire iron is a specialized tool used in working with tires and wheels. It can be used to loosen lug nuts or pry the edge of a tire away from the rim. A wrench is a tool used for gripping, turning, or loosening nuts and bolts. Your spare tire is an extra tire, which is a temporary replacement for a flat or damaged tire. You don't want to drive too long on it or too fast on it. Usually it's about 20 miles per hour. You can check the manual of your car to be sure. And then you might need a wheel lock, which is a specialized nut or bolt designed to secure vehicles against theft. So you'll want to gather your tools, and I'll show them now. You have your spare tire, and then a lot of vehicles will come with a jack that looks like this. It's a small jack used to raise the vehicle, and then you have a tire iron. You can also use a jack like this, and then they have 4-way tire irons like this, which are really handy. You want to start out by loosening these lug nuts that are on your vehicle. Do this while the car is on the ground, using the lug nut wrench to loosen the lug nuts on the flat tire, but do not remove them completely yet. You want to use the traction from the tire on the ground to help loosen the lug nuts. So one thing that you want to note is to make sure that you put the jack onto the frame of the vehicle, not the body of the vehicle. And your owner's manual should be able to tell you the correct place to put the jack. Position the jack correctly under the vehicle's frame near the flat tire and raise the vehicle until the tire has a few inches of clearance from the ground. now that your tire is off the ground. To install the spare tire, you want to align the spare tire with the wheel studs and push it onto the hub. Place the lug nuts back on and tighten them by hand as much as possible. Until the spare tire is touching the ground. Then you want to tighten the lug nuts in a star pattern until they are secure. Do this when the tire's on the ground so that you have that traction to help you tighten them. Make sure they're all nice and tight. After lowering the vehicle completely, check the spare tire pressure with a tire pressure gauge. And then you can go ahead and stow the flat tire and tools in their designated places. And now you're ready to get back on the road. And make sure to remember, this is a temporary solution to get you to safety.